Monsanto and all the pesticides required, all these MGO seeds, uh, so yeah, they're not independent. So you can see how many people, for example, in India or also in Brazil have to or commit suicide just because they cannot buy their Monsanto stuff anymore. And Bill Gates is involved in all this non-organic movement. So yeah, I think he's just trying to get over control. He's buying farmland a lot in the U.S., also in other continents, and he's just trying to seize power. So yeah, and you can also see what he's doing in Africa with all these vaccine programs, Africa, India,
Mhm.
so which are, in my opinion, unnecessary. So you have to question yourself: why is he doing this?
Mhm. And do you think African governments understand this? Because most of Western countries are beginning to see the lies and the the fraud behind what he's doing. Do you think African governments understand the depth of what he's doing?
Well, I don't want to offend anyone, but I think especially in Africa, the governments and politicians mainly understand money.
Mm,
So bribing is very common there. Bribing is common in all over the world, but I think especially in Africa. I mean, those who don't bow, remember the last president of Tanzania who said like, "Oh, we didn't need all these vaccine, we didn't need all this. We like, look, there's papaya, we just tested positive." I mean, he just died afterwards. He got killed, I think, even. So I think many politicians are aware of this. So it's the easiest thing is to bow, maybe accept bribes, or just go with the flow. But I think Kenya is a bit different because I think as at least what I've been talking to many Kenyans in the last couple of years, and they say that China has more impact on the country than actually Bill Gates in the US. So that's another thing to consider when making such a statement.
So, in your own view, what do you think is the ultimate consequence? What will happen to Africans maybe in 10, 15 years or 20 years if they don't take initiative to run away from this control?
It would just like continue. So it would just be like I live in a second world country, so we also exploited. But we can just sum it up. The first world countries are exploiting Africa, and they do it by bribing politicians and then taking the raw materials and taking whatever a country is producing. And I mean, you contacted me because of my tweet about Kenyans, 250,000 Kenyans going to Germany. So they don't only exploit your raw materials; they're also exploiting your skilled people and saying like, "Hey, let's bring all the skilled people you got like to Germany or somewhere else." So but it should be the other way around. So actually, Kenya should be looking for skilled people they pay in order to improve the infrastructure, the industry, and keep your own raw material or your whatever your country is producing in the country to make it better. So right now, I think the majority is going to China, but in the past, the majority of raw materials was going to especially France and also the rest of Europe.
Mhm. All right, let's talk about food that is natural food that we get directly from the soil and the correlation with the explosion of chronic diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and cancer. Do you think this is a deliberate conspiracy to make the world population more sicker so that you can exploit them? Or what is the science behind the explosion of diseases and the food that we eat today?
Yeah, I can just tell you how it was in Kenya. So I've just lived in Kenya and Namibia, so I cannot tell about the rest of Africa. And but what I experienced there actually is that the vegetables you buy in the market, they were most likely or organic. At least I did my groceries in Gong, so those were small scale farmers who were selling their produce just right there, and I doubt they were using the Monsanto and other crazy pesticides because these vegetables were not looking perfect, but they tasted great, right? But what I figured is that most people in your country cook with corn oil, so vegetable oil, seed oils, and this is highly inflammatory. So I think most of the modern diseases, we say Western world diseases, but of course it also applies to Kenya. Goes back to an excessive vegetable oil and sugar consumption, which I've seen a lot there. So, but in terms of produce as in meat and normal vegetables, I'm not talking about the wheat, etc. I think the wheat is also full of GMOs,
Mm.
but especially yeah, the meat in Kenya is very high quality because we got it from local Maasai, so it's probably the best meat you can get. And also the local vegetables were great, but like cooking stuff with vegetable oil is making a society sick. And also regarding Africa, so the main problem you guys have is that more and more jobs are shifting your presence to be inside an office, etc. And you guys have higher melanin levels. I mean, like we cannot deny that. And the higher the melanin levels, the less vitamin D is produced when you're exposed to the sun. So there are very interesting studies and that were conducted in East Africa that actually most of you guys should supplement with vitamin D because your vitamin D levels are extremely low, which again leads to cancers and other chronic diseases.
All right. For those who are listening, you've had Dr. Simon talk about seed oils. So seed oils are these yellow things in the supermarket. The corn oil, the soybean, the Elianto, canola, fresh fry, rina, kimbo, kasuku, ufuta, blue band, all those yellow, 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 yellow things that they call vegetable salad. There is no vegetable in them. If you want to know there's no vegetable in them, for example, can you plant an acre of vegetable and then squeeze and see how many liters of oil you'll get from them? So
Nothing.
these are seed oils. These are seed oils that are prepared in the laboratory and in the factories, and chemicals are sprayed on them. They go bleaching, they go cleaning, they go. So these seed oils have been associated with the rising cases of hypertension and diabetes and all those things. I think I have written this a million times on my timeline and asking you to avoid seed oils. This is the point. If a nation is not healthy, then that nation cannot free itself from tyranny. Go to Kenyatta National Hospital today. Go to the cancer department. I was there last week. And do you know that the veranda of that unit has now been changed? It is a waiting bay. Yani watu wanajaa mpaka wanatengenezewa sa veranda walale huko. Because the status of our health as a nation is dwindling every day. And if a nation is not healthy, there is no way we will emancipate ourselves from tyranny. So, Simon, what is your, comment on Africa as a general, the obesity we see around, the diabetes we see around, and the rural farmers, because you've been in our rural Kenya?
Yeah, so what I've seen, I can just tell you, like in Nairobi, in the city center, you see more obese people. But if you go a bit outside, maybe even towards Mount Kenya or to the south, I hardly saw any obese persons. So it's very hard to find them, especially among Maasai. There's no obese person because what they do, they literally are herding their goats all day long outside, while jumping around, which I find super impressive. And so they eat healthy food, they eat their goats, they eat their local roots and vegetables, they do sports as in jumping and running, and they get exposed to the sun like the whole day. So they have vitamin D blood serum levels of around higher than I think 50 55 on average, which is extremely healthy. So you don't see any obese people there. But the more you go into the city center, into the economic center of Nairobi, you see all these people who go to the office, who work inside, who never are exposed to the sun, who eat out to get their food, which is most likely fried and vegetable oils. They have desserts. They have all these Western processed poison food. So there you see obese people. So what I'm doing here in Brazil, I'm living in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of the forest, of the rainforest, and I grow my own meat, own eggs, own vegetables.